In the 11th century, paper was seen as dangerous. Governments and elites discouraged its spread, terrified that ordinary people might gain access to knowledge. The Catholic Church went as far as banning translations of the Bible, determined to control who could read and who could think. And in the Ottoman Empire, printing presses were outlawed for over 2 centuries, because rulers feared that mass knowledge could spark rebellion. But human curiosity has always been unstoppable. Just as paper once democratized knowledge, today's platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, democratize influence. What was once in the hands of kings, scholars, and media giants now belongs to ordinary creators with a phone and an internet connection. This isn't just entertainment, it's the new power of our time. Imagine if someone had stopped MrBeast after he uploaded a video counting to 100,000. What would have happened to the 20 million trees planted with the Arbor Day Foundation?
Today, we will be planting 20 million trees.
Or the hundreds of wells he funded in Africa.
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video.
Or the thousands of people who were able to see, hear, or walk again through his projects.
I see everything.
Yo, MrBeast, thank you.
Imagine if someone hadn't asked Speed this question.
What soccer football team do you support?
Cristiano Ronaldo. I love you, bro.
Welcome to Social Billboard, every creator's best friend. And today we will be discussing why this is an era of content creators. It's easy to forget that not too long ago, information was something controlled by a handful of gatekeepers. If you wanted to hear the news, you had to wait for the newspaper in the morning. If you wanted entertainment, you were limited to the channels your television antenna could catch. And if you wanted to share your opinion with the world, well, unless you were a published author or owned a printing press, you didn't stand a chance. But then came the internet, and with it, an explosion of creativity. Suddenly, anyone with a computer could write a blog, anyone with a camera could post a video, and anyone with a microphone could start a podcast. It was the modern equivalent of the printing press, but this time, unstoppable. Take December 24th, 2009 for example. That's the day Joe Rogan uploaded the very first episode of The Joe Rogan Experience. Back then, it was just 2 guys sitting in front of a webcam, rambling for hours. Nobody could have predicted that a decade later, this same podcast would become one of the most influential platforms in the world, with Spotify paying $200 million to lock it down. In 2024, political analysts were openly saying that Rogan's reach and credibility with young male voters may have helped Donald Trump secure momentum in his re-election campaign. One man, with a mic and an internet connection, shifted political discourse on a global scale. This is the kind of power that was once reserved for media moguls and billion-dollar TV networks. And yet, in the era of content creation, it belongs to ordinary people. But let's go back further for a second. In 1440, Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press. Before this, books were copied by hand, mostly by monks, and were so rare and expensive that only kings, nobles, and priests could afford them. When printing presses spread across Europe, they triggered revolutions, reforms, and scientific discoveries. Martin Luther's 95 Theses in 1517 might never have sparked the Protestant Reformation without it. Knowledge broke free from elite control. Fast forward to today, and YouTube is our printing press. TikTok is our pamphlet. Podcasts are our town squares. The difference is, instead of waiting months for an idea to spread, now it takes minutes. And with this shift comes money. Real money. According to Forbes, MrBeast earned $82 million in 2023 alone, more than many Hollywood actors and musicians. But here's the twist. Unlike a celebrity spending millions on yachts and mansions, Jimmy Donaldson reinvested his earnings into bigger projects, giving away cars, opening free food banks, planting 20 million trees in 2019 with the Arbor Day Foundation, and building hundreds of wells in Africa in 2023. His wealth didn't just buy luxury, it bought impact. And this shows another truth about content creation. It's not just about fame, it's about what you do with the platform. You can shape culture, solve real problems, and inspire millions. And if we talk psychology, why are billions hooked on creators? Scientists say it's because of parasocial relationships. That's the one-sided bond we form with people we watch on screen. We feel like we know them, like they're friends, even though we've never met. This is why fans cry when their favorite YouTuber quits, or why millions tune in to see MrBeast open a burger chain. These creators are not distant celebrities, they're woven into people's daily lives. It's why, in the future, more people might prefer seeing someone through a screen than in real life. On camera, creators are always entertaining, always polished, always accessible. They don't argue with you, they don't ignore you, they don't judge you, they give you what psychologists call controlled intimacy. And for a lonely generation, that's irresistible. Today, surveys show that the most common dream job among Gen Z is content creator. Why? Because they've seen with their own eyes that content creation can give you freedom, wealth, and influence faster than almost any traditional career. And this isn't hype. Look at Logan Paul and KSI. They went from silly YouTube videos in 2014 to launching Prime Hydration in January 2022, which sold over $1 billion in its first year. That's the kind of empire that took Coca-Cola a century to build. But with the power of social media, it happened in 12 months. History proves that when technology gives ordinary people the ability to communicate, societies change. The printing press gave rise to new religions. Radio created propaganda machines in World War II. Television built pop culture idols like Michael Jackson and Madonna. And now, YouTube, TikTok, and podcasts are birthing a new kind of ruler, the creator. But here's the twist: it's not just entertainment anymore. Content creation is shaping politics, business, charity, and even global narratives. A viral video can move markets. A podcast clip can sway elections. A TikTok trend can dictate fashion and lifestyle worldwide. Think about it. In May 2020, the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis was filmed by a bystander and uploaded to Facebook. Within hours, the video had spread worldwide, sparking protests across continents. Not a news network, not a government, but a single piece of content that changed history. And if that's what one video can do, imagine the collective power of millions of creators uploading every day. The truth is, content creation is not a trend. It's the foundation of a new era. We've moved from monarchs controlling books, to media tycoons controlling newspapers, to ordinary people controlling the narrative with their phones. And the future? It belongs to those who understand that attention is the new currency. So when people ask, why is this the era of content creation? The answer is simple. Because never before have humans had this much power to influence, inspire, and impact the world from their bedrooms. Because never before could one small video plant forests, build wells, or shape politics. Because never before was the storyteller more powerful than the king. And as history shows us, once the story leaves the hands of the elite and belongs to the people, there's no turning back. And with that, it's time for us to call it a day. Thanks for watching. Here at Social Billboard, we break down YouTube and its creators like no one else, across niches, styles, and impact. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because every week we'll be bringing you fresh insights into the creators shaping the internet. This is Social Billboard, your guide to the YouTube world. Don't miss our latest video, where we break down and guide you through the different types of YouTube setups.